Okay, are we live now? I think we're right. Everybody can see okay? I think we're the right way. Yeah? Give me a thumbs up or hearts or something if we're all good. Haven't seen anything. That's okay. That's fine. We'll just keep moving on. Okay, so I'll just start again. Today we're going to be featuring our colouring technique. So last week we did the maximising your paper usage. So this week we're going to do some blending featuring our amazing shimmer brush. We've got these in multiple colours. We're going to feature our watercolour pencils, our shinhan markers, in particular our colourless blender. Now, bad news is these little beauties are retiring at the end of August. So if you want to get your hands on them, you need to get your hands on them now. I'm also going to feature, so we've got two inks that are suitable, or two black inks that are suitable for stamping and colouring. You want a solvent-based permanent ink. And the reason you want a solvent-based permanent ink is so that it doesn't run. If I stamp these and use alcohol on our water-based ink, it's going to run and you're going to do all your beautiful colouring and it's just, the lines could turn green, whatever. So you need a permanent ink. So make sure you use either Intense Black, Archival. My go-to is the Archival. Not the Archival, the Intense Black. I'm also featuring this cute little stamp that is also only around until the end of August. This is the little Aussies and it is so cute. It's got some super cute little sayings there, some super cute little accents that go with them. We've got a little koala, a platypus, a kangaroo, a little croc, a little emu, and apparently this is a kiwi bird. It's for the Kiwis. It looks like an echidna to me. So, but anyway, that's cool. So I can't wait to do a layout with these little guys. It's going to be so cute, but I'm just going to have a minute to do that. All right. So, this is our full range of our beautiful watercolor pencils. And these are probably my favorite to do all coloring. So I'll pop that back. I'm going to show you a combination of using our ink pads and this colourless blender to add colour as well. So I'm going to try and get all this done in about 15 minutes because you don't want to be sitting here forever. So I'm not going to bore you. All right, so I've got three little critters here and they've all been done with different techniques. So these little ones here, if I bring them up, those little guys there, they've all been done with the colourless blender shinhan marker and an ink pad. So I'm going to show you that technique first, but while I'm going, I'm going to show you this one here. That is coloured using our straight shinhans. So, and I'll show you how to, make the colours lighter, darker. You can finish that one off with a shimmer brush. I haven't at this stage. And then this one here has been done with the watercolour pencils. So he's super cute. Do you think I love the koala? I just thought I'd do something consistent. But maybe for the next one, I'll do the crocodile. All right, so I'm going to flip my mat over because with our stamps, with these beautiful acrylic stamps, you've got to stamp on a soft surface. So we use this squishy mat. If you don't have one of these squishy mats, every stamp pad we sell comes with this squishy sheet in with the stamp pad. So if you're going to stamp a stamp and get a good image, you need to have either a squishy mat which is our Versamat, or this squishy sheet. Doesn't matter how hard you press, you don't want to press hard because sometimes it'll cause your stamp to blur. So I'm going to stamp straight onto white cardstock. You can, and if I was using the paints, I would actually use our cold press watercolor paper. So it's a special textured paper and it's beautiful. Can you hear that? Just lovely. It's got a rippled effect. It's absolutely fantastic for watercolouring. But today I'm just going to use a straight white. All right, so Intense Black. So I like to, when I stamp, I'm a tapper because you're going to get a different, we're going to go over some stamping techniques in another video, but I like to tap, tap, tap. Usually I tap at least 3 times. It's a bit of a obsession. All right, so that's 1, 2. Now the other thing, I was just saying, you don't have to press hard, but sometimes you're going to get a better image if you leave it sit there for a couple of minutes, just to allow the ink from the stamp to soak into the paper. It doesn't have to be a couple of minutes. It can be like 20 seconds. You're going to get a better image. So I'm going to do 3 of these little guys. I probably should have gone the other way. I might do that. Now, when you're doing these techniques, you're probably going to be better off to let your stamp dry a little bit. Because as soon as I add the alcohol marker, it could make it smudge. It's only because it's initially a little bit wet. So just let the ink soak into your paper a little bit. I probably should have pre-stamped these a bit earlier, but I wanted to show you. All right. So the first technique I'm going to show you is, I'm going to get the ink pads, is this colourless blender. So we've got a thin end and then we've got a thick end. Now I've got, I don't know if you can see over to the side here on my left, is I've got a sheet of scratch paper, and that's so that I can clean off the nib, like, because you can see that it's clear. It might have a little bit of grey on it from before, but it colours completely fine. I'm going to colour up there and you can't see anything. I'll colour on this paper, you can't see. All right, so I'll take the chisel tip. I might have to move this over into the middle a bit, but hey. And I probably shouldn't colour on the squishy side. All right, so here we go. And it's just rough, seriously. It's just, don't be scared. So that's that. I've just put a layer of alcohol marker over that. I like to start with my darker colour first, because then I'm going to go and blend my lighter colour over the top. So as I'm blending the lighter colour, it'll help bleed in the darker colour. Some people might do it a different way. I don't know. I'm not a fantastic colourist. I'm not going to ever claim to be, but I want to show you some tips. All right. So did you see what I just did then? I do it unconsciously. So our ink pads are amazing. The new redesigned ones are absolutely fantastic. They are so easy to open. They just like that. All right. To get colour into the lid, I just give it a squeeze in the middle. So squeeze like that. And then I've got colour here in the well. All right. So this, I'm going to take the fine point to this and away I go. I'm going to just do a little bit of dark on and around his nose. And I'll just grab a bit more colour each run. And for the little guy's belly, I'm doing dark one end and then graduating to light, and then on the next line, I'm going back the other way. That's intentional. All right, and then I'm going to go, just grab a little bit more on his feet. Don't worry how this looks, because once we add that shimmer brush, you just wait. It's going to be fabulous. All right, so that's it for the dark green. I'm done. Now, I'm just cleaning it on the side. You can't really see where I've been. All right, now I'm going to use sage. Oh, sage, it's one of my favourite colours. It came out last year. Mint, sage. Good news, it's not going in the next catalogue. I think we've got 7 colours retiring, and I think we're getting 3 new greens. Evergreen, green apple, and julep, which is the new colour of the year. I can't wait to show you some of the stuff that's coming. It is fabulous. All right, so now I'm picking up some sage, and I'm just going to go over the top. And I'm starting, the darker colour, I'm starting from where I've put his, the darker green, New England Ivy colour. And then I'll blend it down. Takes you back to school. I was terrible at colouring in at school. I don't know if I've gotten any better. Who's with me? I can see 8 people are watching. Is Ange there? Dawn, are you there? I saw a comment come up before from Dawn to see if she was there. And, you know, if there's any technique you want us to feature, be sure to let us know. We'd love to help you, inspire you. Areas that you're struggling, we want you to be able to do some of this stuff at home. We've noticed a lot of colouring cards, people tend to be a little, cards and projects, people at our workshops tend to be a little bit hesitant. I don't know if it takes too much time or if they're not sure what to do. We're always happy to help. So this is the fiddly bit. Might have gone a bit hard on the green, the dark green. That's all right. Okay, that'll do for now. All right, so New England ivy back, sage is back. Anyway, you want a bit darker, just go over it again. Like I'm going in here in his hip joint, make it a little bit darker. That's cool. All right, next process. I'm going to just clean off my brush, my pen. See, not much comes off. Like it can look a little bit dirty, but nothing much comes off, so that's good. Right, shimmer brush. It's always a great idea to give it a shake. These are $8.50, come in clear, gold. I think there's charcoal and sapphire and a couple of others coming in the new caddy. All right, now it's just a case of don't give it a big squeeze. You don't want too much because seriously, if you give it a big squeeze, you're just going to get a big mess. See, there's a little pile there. Can you see that? Yeah, because I gave it a bit of a squeeze. All right, anyway. Moving on. So now I'm just going to go over everywhere I've coloured, and it's also going to drag some of this colour out to balance it. All right. So I'm going over the lighter parts first. And then so you can do colouring with just 2 products. You don't have to have every colour of paper. You can have just one of these plus your ink pads. All right, so and have a shimmer brush. Now, have a look at that little guy. Can you see the little bit of shimmer? He's not too bad. I think he's cute. Who can I see there? I can see Kerry. Hi, Judy. Who else can I see? Narelle, Tracy, Dawn. Is Linda back? Okay. All right. You want to see the next one? What are we going to do next? How about we do the markers? So, I'm going to colour this little guy. I need some greens. That could be scary. I'm just going to test it out on the paper first to see what it looks like. All right. That's that one. I have a feeling it'll be these 2. Yep. So I'm going to do a little bit different here. I'm going to do the brighter colour in the middle. Now, you'll find with our markers, don't colour completely to the edge because it will like blend it out a little bit. So it's alcohol, it's going to spread. And then if you want definition in colour, you just add another layer. So you'll get that shade variation by just going over itself, so tone on tone. All right, can you see that? Can you see how you've got the 2 different shades of green? And that's just by colouring over itself, so you actually can get multiple shades the more layers you put down. All right, okay, so I'm going to put some light in here, and hopefully, I should have tested this one out to see how it went, because I haven't coloured him with his little the markers before. You can also use a lighter marker to pull out some of the darker colour, or you can use your shinhan colourless blender. Angie's got a super cool video to show you in the coming weeks that she's been working on. Oh, I don't know if you've seen my comments on one of the Facebook posts. We've got the buffet workshops this weekend. So we've got Harvey Bay on Saturday at the Harvey Bay Neighbourhood Community Centre. And we were having our workshop at the Maryborough Community and Rec Centre, but we've sort of not had enough RSVP. So if you were coming and you haven't let us know, please let us know. Because we actually need 9 to go ahead, because otherwise the hall hire is not covered. So I think at the moment, I've had 3 RSVPs. So we're contemplating cancelling and offering for you to come to Harvey Bay for the workshop instead. It's late over where you are, Kerry, isn't it? It's like 11 o'clock at night. Or is it closer to midnight? All right, so there's that little guy. If I wanted to add some lighter tones or some extra bits, I'm using this lighter it's very hard to do this and so you can see. But you can see that it's sort of pulling some colour out. Anyway, that's that little guy. You good? All right. All right, last one. And I'm going to get some greens. I don't know why I do green. You're sort of cute in green. All right. This one. We're just doing some dirty. I'm going to give him a light green belly. So I find with the colouring pencils, you can be so rough. Everything is fixed with the shimmer brush. So I am just rough colouring. You don't even have to colour the whole lot. You can just add a little bit of colour. The peacock is fabulous done like this. I'll show you how rough this in a minute when I'll hold it up before I put the shimmer brush over the top. And I'm actually going to layer some greens together because I really don't like this colour green. It's not great. Not for this little critter. All right, I'm going to show you how ugly this is. This is super ugly. Ready? Look, it looks like my niece coloured it in, yeah? Yeah, bad. Okay, now I'm going to add the magic. And it's just, I don't know if you're noticing, but I'm doing circular motions. You don't have to have a shimmer brush. You could use a water brush if you wanted to. I just like the sparkle. Who doesn't like a bit of sparkle? And when these shimmer brushes are finished, you can fill them up with water. You can decant another shimmer brush into it and make your own colours, like add our reinkers to them. You can do so much. Okay. There is our little guy. Is that better? Give me a heart or a thumbs up or something if you can see that. And you think it's any better. I'm not getting much love. What's going on? That's okay. All right, so that's that. So here's the ones I prepared earlier, those little guys. Now at Fun Day, Susan made these cute little cards. So I've probably got the wrong colours here. I should have got a grey colour. So these are little 3x3 cards. They're just scored at 3 inches there. This one I think is scored at 1.5 and 4.5. And basically what she did, just imagine this is the right colour for the little critter. And I'm going to stick that together. Oh no, this one. Wait. And honestly, it is as simple as that to get a little card. But you could make, because this is sage, you could do put your own background stencil. You know how I showed you before that you've got these super cute little flowers and hearts and whatnot. So if you wanted to, on a small block, always use a block appropriate to the size of your stamp. You're going to get less errors like rock marks on your and I'm just random stamping tone on tone to make a pattern on my paper. I love this technique, it's great. There you go. How cute is that? All right, there's one thing that I wanted to show everybody last week that I didn't. And I'm going to roll to get it. Check out this little baby. I love liquid glass. I use it for everything. It's an extra adhesive, whatnot. We've just brought out our a nib that doesn't clog up. Well, it shouldn't clog up. It's got a pin. See the pin? And the nib. And what you have to do, if you've got one of these, is you've got to take the plastic lid off and then fit this. You can keep the other one, keep the other nib in case you want to go layer it over something. But this nib is amazing for little tiny bits of glue. Somebody laughed at me at Fun Day showing them on your hand. But you see that tiny little bit of glue? It is great for, fine work. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time on a Wednesday night. We hope you are going to love all our videos that are coming in future weeks. Be sure to RSVP for buffets on the weekend. At the moment, we're just looking at Hervey Bay for Saturday and possibly not Maryborough. Hervey Bay starts at 11:30. We'd love to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.